Hey, my name's Amanda Winalda. I'm an executive attorney at Anderson Advisors, and we're here at day one of our tax and asset protection event live in San Diego, and I'm here with Ted from Spartan Investments. Ted, how are you?
Doing great. Thanks
Great.
for asking.
You're welcome. All right, tell us a little bit about Spartan and what you guys do.
So we purchase and manage self-storage assets, and our investors share in the monthly income and the gain on the property, and the property life cycle is usually 3 to 5 years.
And so why self-storage? If I'm an investor, why am I choosing self-storage over maybe mobile homes or single family or turnkey? Why self-storage?
Interestingly, when the economy turns down, that triggers life events for our tenants. People are downsized, they're displaced, they've got changes that they're wrestling with. So our occupancy goes up. When the economy's doing good, storage is a good business. When the economy turns bad, historically, storage has been a good business. I like that.
I like that too. And I come to think of it, I can't think of a time in my life when I didn't have a storage unit.
Next question.
That's not a question. That wasn't a question. Okay, so how do you pick your markets?
So the importance of the market is looking for migration patterns in, so 2, 3, 4 times the national average for people moving to a marketplace, as well as doesn't really matter how much storage is available. With some normalcy, you want a tight market. So if your competition is 92% occupied, and you have 2 or 3 times the national average of people moving into the marketplace, that's a really good market to be building in.
I imagine the markets that are good to build in have changed a lot. There was so much migration and people moving during COVID. So what are the markets you're currently in?
Boy, so we like Texas, Florida, Georgia. We have 19 properties currently in Georgia. The Sun Belt states are typically areas where companies are able to, such as Hyundai in Port Wentworth, Georgia. That's a $5.5 billion facility, and I'm going too deep. There's a lot of people moving into these Sun Belt areas.
Too deep. There just needs to be a lot of people. A lot of people need a lot of storage.
Okay, yeah, there you
Right.
go. Yeah.
And so what are your current offerings?
So we have everything from a DST, which is eligible to receive 1031 exchange dollars, to a stabilized asset that's under contract, as well as new construction that has a little bit more juice for the squeeze, a little bit more upside, a little leaner on the cash flow in the early going. But from a risk perspective, everything from super safe to there's some risk in that.
And so when I first started talking to you guys, this was the question they asked. Are you looking for upside or are you looking for cash flow? How do I know which one I'm looking for? What type of person goes towards one or the other?
Don't let looks fool you. The strong hairline and the rock hard abs, I'm not actually 25. I'm 55. I've been through the dot-com bubble in the 2008 to 2012. The drama, it's just not for me. So for folks who are looking for the next puzzle piece to their investment portfolio that fits with what they expect from that portfolio, not a lot of risk, a stabilized asset that makes distributions right away is probably much more appealing to that investor as opposed to lots of new construction where cash flow is a little further out. That may not be the best puzzle piece for the risk-averse investor. So I think it really looks like, what do you have? What are your goals and objectives? And what's going to fit like a puzzle piece with everything else that you're doing already?
And so what's the ideal investor for you? Do I have to be accredited? Do I have to have a minimum amount of money? What do I need to show to get into this?
Many of the offerings that Spartan has are for accredited investors only. At the same time, every few months, we like to do a deal that is open to non-accredited investors. So the ideal investor that we're looking for is someone who's nice, kind, enjoyable to talk with, and wants to develop a 10 and 15-year relationship with Spartan Investment Group.
Oh, nice. Why that long?
It just, it takes a while. I've been in the investment business for 31 years, and I have an investor who I met 31 years ago, and she's investing with us at Spartan. 95% of my conversations with Pauline are about what's happening in our lives, and 5% of the conversations are about investments.
So with Spartan, you not just get good investments, you get good people.
That's the textbook. That's the goal. I feel like I need to pay you for this. That's the goal. Yeah.
All right, so how do people get in touch with Spartan?
Probably the best thing to do is Spartan-investors.com.
Easy peasy. All right.
Easy.
Or you can come to one of our tax and asset protection events. You guys are here every time. You're doing a great presentation actually in the other room, a lot of good info. And then you get to talk to this guy in person.
Sorry. You stuck with us.
All right, thank you, Ted.
Pleasure.